is Fox News.
It's for Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball on Y101. Get set for all the play-by-play action with the voice of Toombs County High School Bulldogs, Bryce Brady. Today's game is brought to you by Shoney's in Vidalia, Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia, All Care Pharmacy in Lyons, Patriot Gas in Vidalia, Southeastern Technical College in Vidalia, Toombs Auto Parts in Lyons, Stevens Truck Center in Lyons, in Vidalia, Thriftway, your Galaxy Food Store in Lyons, Community Hospice in Vidalia, Zaxby's in Vidalia, Doodlebugs in Vidalia, First Franklin Financial in Vidalia, Carland and Timber in Lyons, Mclendon Enterprises in Vidalia, and People's Bank in Vidalia and Lyons. Now we take you live to the field with Bryce Brady on Y101.
And welcome to Tattnall County for a non-region matchup between the Toombs County Bulldogs and the Tattnall County Battle Creek Warriors. We're here in Tattnall today. The junior varsity played just before this game, and the junior varsity came out winning 9-3 over the Tattnall County JV team. Your starting lineup for the Toombs County Bulldogs today: senior Chandler Lynn will be leading off, playing in center field, followed by senior Grace Stevens playing first base. Sophomore Will Watts will be behind the plate catching today. Junior Jason Dukes will be out in right field batting cleanup. Freshman Trayvon Harris will be playing third base. Junior Bryson Stanley will be DHing for junior Cody Cortez playing short. Senior Alex Gordy will be batting seventh, playing second base. Logan Knight will be pitching tonight for the Bulldogs. And senior Chase Musselman will be batting last and in left field in tonight's game. On the mound for Tattnall County will be Caleb Kennedy. Kennedy wearing number 6 for the Battle Creek Warriors. And up to bat will be senior Chandler Lynn. In last night's game, Chandler Lynn started off with a walk. He actually got 2 walks in that game and then ended up going 0 for 2, grounding out in the top of the 5th and top of the 7th. The first pitch to him to start this varsity game will be called for strike 1. Toombs County right now is 2-2 overall, coming off their second loss of the season last night to the Appling County Pirates. The 0-1 missing low, and that'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grace Stevens coming over from the on-deck circle to help out the catcher. Catcher Aiden Willis for your Battle Creek Warriors. For the Battle Creek Warriors, I guess I should be saying for your Toombs County Bulldogs. For your Toombs County Bulldogs, Chandler Lynn is up to bat. The 1-1 is hit onto the ground to the third baseman. Triggers. He bobbles it. Not going to be able to make a play on that one. He throws it anyway, and Chandler Lynn is reaching on an error to start off the game. So with the runner at first, it brings up Grace Stevens. Stevens only batted once last night, and he reached on a base hit. So in last night's game, he's 1 for 1, and it adds to his overall batting average, making him 4 for 8, so he's batting .500. Stevens bats on the right-hand side. Lynn with a lead. Kennedy going to give him a look. Now working from the stretch. Coming set. Winding. Here's the pitch to the plate. Looked like Stevens wanted to, but didn't, and that'll be called for strike 1. Gray stepping back in. Kennedy giving a look at Chandler Lynn. Now he's going to throw back. Lynn is there safely. Just in time, though. Nice move by Caleb Kennedy. So Chandler Lynn gets his lead again. Kennedy giving him a look. Now he's going to deliver to the plate. Stevens gets under this one and sends it way up into the air, out of play, over towards us. I lost sight of the ball. So I just depended on everybody else's head where they were facing to see where it went. So no balls and 2 strikes on Gray Stevens. He finds himself behind the count here. See if he can work his way out of it or put something on the ground. Let's see how he does this. Kennedy going to throw back. Throw was offline, so Lynn was there safely. It actually pulled first baseman Durant off first base. So Chandler Lynn getting a lead. Kennedy giving him a look. Now he's going to come set and delivers the 0-2 to the plate. Looked like a breaking ball there that missed inside, so that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gray Stevens. Logan Knight will be pitching tonight for the Toombs County baseball team. And Kennedy picks back to first, and Lynn is there safely. Seems like every other pitch goes over to first, or maybe it's just Chandler Lynn. Maybe they know he's fast, and they want to keep him closer to first base so he doesn't want to steal. The 1-2. A little hesitation there in the swing from Gray Stevens, but luckily for him, he fouls it off and out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Toombs County soccer teams are in action tonight, facing off against Vidalia at the pit. So if you can't make it to Tattnall County to watch Toombs County ball, you can at least make it to the pit to watch Toombs County soccer face off against the crosstown rival Vidalia. Kennedy coming set, the 1-2. Stevens gets under this one and sends it right over here towards me. But luckily it stayed in playable territory, and the catcher, Willett, moves over and makes that catch. 1 down. You know, I should have told the people sitting beside me it's their job to protect me from those. I'm just. The one good thing about being in the press box, I don't have to worry about getting smacked in the head with a ball. Will Watts is up to bat for Toombs County. Still runner at first. Chandler Lynn with his lead. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, and Lynn gets down to second safely, and now he's running into third as the ball got over the shortstop's head. The throw was offline, and Lynn is at third base. So Toombs County now has a runner in scoring position. And it'll be 1 ball and no strikes on sophomore Will Watts. On deck, playing right field tonight, is junior Jason Dukes, giving him a break from his catcher position. See, they've been switching him and Watts out, which typically in non-region games, you need to see what you have and where you can put people. Will hits a chopper over the ground of the third baseman. The third baseman tries to make a tag on Lynn. Lynn gets back just in time, and Watts is down to first with a base hit. 1 down, and now runners are on the corners to bring up Jason Dukes. Very scary move there by Chandler Lynn. Thankfully, he got back safely. So Duke steps into the batter's box. In last night's game, Jason Dukes went 0 for 2 with a walk. Kennedy working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Missing outside. That'll make it ball 1. On deck is freshman Trayvon Harris, who was playing third base tonight. Kennedy going to pick the first. Watts is there safely. Watts is catching tonight with 1 down. They're going to let him run for himself right now. The 1-0 to Dukes is on the way. Dukes sends this one high up into the air. The left fielder Cruz. He's moving over to his right, and he makes the catch. And Chandler Lynn is tagging up, and he gets home. And Will Watts tags up and gets down to second. So Jason Dukes with a sacrifice fly. The Bulldogs on top 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. So 2 down, and the runner still in scoring position for Toombs County. Will Watts is standing on second. Trayvon is up to bat now. 2 down. Kennedy giving a look at his base runner. Now he's going to deliver to the plate. Breaking ball, missing inside. I guess if it's a breaking ball, that would mean it was a strike, right? I guess I should say off-speed pitch, missing inside. Kennedy coming set, looking at his base runner, Watts. Now he's going to pick back, and Watts is out. And that ends the inning. So Toombs County jumps on top with a sacrifice fly by Jason Duke, scoring a run, and then we get a put out on the bases. Let's take a break, and you can bring it back here for more Bulldog Baseball on Y101.
For over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's Meat Department your first stop when you're looking for fresh, FDA-certified meats. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
Welcome back to Tattnall County. The Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team jumping on top of the Warriors in the top of the first inning, scoring a run on a sacrifice fly by Jason Dukes, who was playing right field tonight, and then we got out of the inning by a pickoff to second base. So this is the last game this week the Toombs County Bulldogs will have before jumping into a new week. Let me get my schedule out. Toombs County Bulldogs have not too much of a busy week next week. They only have 2 games. One's on the road in Cochran, and the other one is at home versus Washington County. I'll get more info on that later. The Toombs County junior varsity team will actually be in action tomorrow at 11 a.m. at home versus Screven County. The junior varsity so far this season has won both the games they've played. Definitely good things happening there with that department. Coach James never wants them to feel like 2 separate teams. They want them to feel like they are one team together. So Caleb Kennedy is up to bat for the Battle Creek Warriors. Logan Knight's on the mound for the Bulldogs. He starts it off with a fastball, hit on the ground to Alex Gorey. He bobbles it, picks it up, finishes the play, and gets out number 1. 1 down. That'll bring up shortstop Justin Anderson.
Number 13, Justin Anderson.
Now, one thing I do want to give kudos to the coaches for Tattnall County is the way they print out these really big lineups with first and last names. You know, because when you're in radio, first pitch missing high for ball 1. When you're in radio, you don't want to just call people by their last name. You want to say the full name. So it does help. The 1-0 is on the way. It's going to be popped up shallow right field. Jason Dukes is on the run, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. So with 2 down, that'll bring up Connor Durant, the first baseman. Durant batting from the left-hand side. So we have a pitcher's duel here, a lefty-lefty matchup between Logan Knight and Connor Durant. Knight working from the windup as he has the entirety of the inning so far. First pitch, missing low for ball 1. He steps back in. Knight already ready on the mound. He's coming set, winding the 1-0. That'll be in for a strike outside edge to make the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Low. Make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Knight coming set, winding, and the 2-1. An off-speed pitch there is what it looked like. Popped high up into the air to Cody Cortez. He's moving back into actually Chase Musselman calls him off and makes that catch. And that will be out number 3. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Logan Knight and his Bulldog defense. We go into the second. Bulldogs winning 1-0 as we break on Y101.
You've heard the name. You've seen it many times. But do you know the real story of General So? Neither do we. But we do know it's a fantastic sauce. Try Zaxby's new General So's boneless chicken wings. The perfect blend of sweet and heat. And oh so delicious. It's legendary chicken with a legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings meal with crinkle fries and a 22-ounce drink. Limited time only at Zaxby's.
Have you heard the news? There's a new business in town. Doodlebugs, formerly Pitch and Stitch, is owned and operated by Mona Jones. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. We embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. Come see us Monday through Friday, our 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
Welcome back to Warrior Country. We're in Tattnall County today where the Bulldogs are facing off against the Battle Creek Warriors in a non-region game. The junior varsity played their game just before this one. And we're in the top of the second inning. The junior varsity team was victorious in their game, winning 9-3. I'm not really sure any of the highlights of that game as I was not here. I actually got here just in the nick of time. It's been a long day. So to finish his at bat will be Trayvon Harris. Kennedy still on the mound for the Warriors. First pitch to Harris is in for strike one. Nice off-speed pitch from Kennedy. The 0-1's on the way. Fastball. Harris pokes deep to left field. The left fielder moves over and makes the catch. And that'll be out number one. And that'll bring up designated hitter Bryson Stanley in today's game. Stanley batting for Cody Cortez. Stanley stepping in. Bats from the right-hand side. Went 1 for 3 in last night's game. First pitch to him. He gets under it and fouls it back out of play for strike one. Stanley steps back in. Kennedy coming set on the mound, winding. And the 0-1's on the way, off speed, missing outside. That'll be 1-1. I think if Kennedy would have started that pitch a little closer to the batter, I think it would have broke just the way he wanted it to, or would have broken the way he wanted it to. The 1-1 from Kennedy. And he did it. That one was called for strike two. Kennedy coming set. Stanley behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See, he can work his way out of this one. The 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. So it seems like Kennedy just then started out with some type of fastball, which Stanley fouled off, and then went for 3 straight off-speed pitches. Interesting combination, but I guess if it works, it worked. That'll bring up senior Alex Gordy. Gordy struggling in last night's game offensively. Let's see if he can get the ball rolling here today. He hits the ball hard on the ground for a base hit right by the third baseman, and Alex Gordy is standing on first base with a base hit. A very nice hit by the senior Alex Gordy, second baseman for the Bulldogs. Up to bat now is junior Logan Knight, who's pitching today for the Toombs County Bulldog baseball team. Kennedy now working from the stretch with a runner at first. Gordy with his lead. Kennedy going to deliver to the plate. First pitch to Knight, starts him off with a curveball, in for strike one. So the 0-1 count. Kennedy looking at Gordy. Gordy with his lead. Kennedy going to come to the plate. The 0-1. Another ball that he was trying to get some type of curve on. Unfortunately, it stayed inside. Or fortunately, excuse me, who am I here for? Fortunately, it stayed inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Logan Knight. The 1-1 from Kennedy. Missing low in the dirt, getting away from the catcher Willis. And Alex Gordy is down to second. So a runner is in scoring position for the Toombs County baseball team today, right now, in the top of the second inning. The 2-1, the Knight. Knight fouls off into the net, or over the net. And that'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes on Logan Knight. Head coach Derek James in the third base coach's box. Assistant Patrick Kraft over at first. Kennedy coming set, giving a look at Alex on second. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. So the Bulldogs didn't score any here in the top of the second, so we move to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs still on top 1-0 as we break on Y101.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. Life strikes with sudden expenses. First Franklin has been there to help for over 80 years. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Resident Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call at 912-565-8850. And don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
Welcome back to Tattnall County. The Toombs County Bulldog baseball team in a non-region matchup versus the Battle Creek Warriors today. Bulldogs currently on top 1-0 as we're in the bottom of the second inning. Up to bat for the Battle Creek Warriors will be catcher Aiden Willis, third baseman Tyson Driggers, and center fielder Riley Waters. Now, I've noticed a small issue I've been encountering is right now I'm in an introduction to journalism class at Georgia Southern. And the first pitch from Knight, missing high for ball 1. And there's a real way they teach you how to write. And it's journalistic writing, like for newspapers and columns and stuff like that, which is reflected in the post I do on Toombs Now. The 1-0 is on the way. Fouled. Back into the net for strike 1. And I've noticed that when I'm broadcasting, I try to speak in the same way that I would write a journalistic write-up, which doesn't flow well. It doesn't work. There's a big difference between broadcasting and writing. And if you go into the communications department at any college, they will tell you that really fast. Next pitch called for strike 2 on Willis, the catcher. Knight working ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knight coming set, and the 1-2 is on the way. Breaking ball, which Willis smacks foul, left field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count remains. Logan Knight coming back onto the rubber. He's working from the windup as there's no one on base. He's winding. The 1-2. He gets a chase in. It gets away from Watts, but he stays with it and throws to first, bringing Stevens up a bit, and Stevens comes down with the ball, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down to bring up Tyson Driggers, the third baseman. The Driggers wearing number 11.
Number 11, Tyson Driggers.
Knight coming set. The pitch. Missing high. And that'll be ball 1. One on the strikes on Tyson Driggers, the baseman. See, I've done what I normally do before every game. We got Gray Stevens at first, Alex Gordy at second, Cody Cortez at short, Trayvon Harris at third, Logan Knight on the mound, Will Watts behind the plate. Next pitch, swing, and a miss. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike. You have Chase Musselman in left, Chandler Lynn in center, and Jason Dukes in right. Knight coming set with a 1-1 on the way. That one's missing low. That'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck, center fielder Riley Waters. The 2-1. Pops foul, first base side, and going out of play. So that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Knight coming set. The 2-2 is now on the way. This ball is lined up the middle and drops in for a base hit for Tyson Driggers. Chandler getting it in. First base hit of the game. Logan Knight's given up, which it's still early. Hopefully adjustments are made.
Coming to the plate, number 14, running.
I think Driggers was in for a bit of surprise when he went to get a lead and saw that Knight was facing him, because Logan Knight is a lefty. This next pitch is field where Chase Musselman is there and makes the catch for out number 2. Telling you, this Tatnall team's looking quite different than they did last year when I was here. And by that, I mean offensively, they look different. Knight going to throw back to first as Driggers got a lead. There is a danger from getting a lead at first for the left-handed pitcher. Knight coming set, delivering to the batter, Caden Folsom. Pitch missing for ball 1. Bulldog middle infielders doing an excellent job backing up each throw to their pitcher. That'd be Alex Gordy and Cody Cortez. The 1-0 is fouled out of play. Let me go 1 ball, 1 strike. Knight working from the stretch and set. And the 1-1. A nice off-speed pitch, missing outside. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike on second baseman Caden Folsom. Knight coming set, the 2-1. That'll be for strike 2, paints the outside edge. So Knight's really working the batter here, trying to get the Bulldogs out of this inning. And into the top of the third. The 2-2 is hit into the Bulldog dugout, it kind of looks like. Foul ball. And as they get the ball back in, Tatnall County right now in the season is 1-1. They won over Bryan County 11-10 and lost to Vidalia 11-0. The 2-2 from Knight. Missing high, that loads up the count. So there's a runner at first base for Tatnall County, and there are 2 outs with a full count on Caden Folsom. The full count pitch. Called strike 3, and that gets us out of the inning. So the Bulldogs only give up 1 base hit in this inning, but they didn't give up any runs. The Bulldogs obtain the lead as we go into the top of the third. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball on Y101.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription refills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make 1 trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about this free service.
Mcclendon Enterprises Incorporated is your local go-to contractor for turnkey civil construction services. We've been a proud support of local athletics since our start in 1979 and are appreciative of the values instilled in our youth by the coaches and staff of the Toombs County school system over these years. If you're interested in pursuing a challenging yet rewarding career in civil construction, please visit our website at mcclendenenterprises.com today. Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting County Bulldog baseball right here on Y101.
We're back in the top of the third inning here for Bulldog baseball as they've made their way over to Tatnall County, crossing the Hoothie River, and up to bat is Chase Musselman. 9-1-2 batters are up. Musselman, first pitch to him, he pokes foul out of play, left field side. First strike 1. In yesterday's game, Musselman went 0 for 3 with a walk. So I assume to do a bit better in this game. Although, I I didn't think defensively the Bulldogs played all that bad of a game yesterday. I thought defensively they did well. It's just they kind of lacked at the plate, and that was the same problem the same team had last year, is lack of hitting. And that's one thing Coach Derek James has hoped to work on. The 0-1, Musselman did, so that'll be strike two. Some kind of a check swing there, a breaking ball. Caleb Kennedy is coming set in the 0-2. That's missing inside. The Battle Creek Warrior fans are not happy with that call. The 1-2 from Kennedy is on the way. Breaking ball, which Musselman fouls off. Back into the fence. And so the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, now that I'm thinking back on laying out what I was going to wear today, shorts was probably not the move because I'm being eaten by as many mosquitoes as I think my legs can hold. The 1-2 missing off the plate. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know, Barney gave me a bottle of stuff that was just for situations like this, and you know where it is? It's at home. The 2-2 is called for strike 3 on Musselman. 1 down. That'll bring us back to the top of the order to Chandler Lynn, who reached in his first at bat in the top of the first on an error by the third baseman, Tyson Driggers. He is one of 5 seniors on this Bulldog team this year. Kennedy coming set the first pitch to Lynn's, missing high and outside for ball 1. Now, Chandler Lynn is a 3-sport athlete playing football, wrestling, and baseball. Kennedy coming set, the 1-0, hit out in front of the plate. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes on Chandler Lynn. Lynn, of course, bats from the left-hand side. Kennedy pitching from the right. 2-0 is on the way. Missing high. Chandler Lynn way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and no strike. The 3-0. And naturally, the pitcher's going to try to put a strike in there, and that's what Kennedy does. So now the count's 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 down here in the top of the third. Bulldogs still on top, 1-0. The 3-1. Swing and a miss by Lynn. That'll make it a full. So Kennedy with a full count on Chandler Lynn. And 1 down. Winding. The full count pitch. And Chandler Lynn takes his base. As that pitch missed outside. That'll bring up Gray Stevens to bat. Stevens flew out in foul territory to the catcher, Aiden Willis. Kennedy, now we're going to work from the stretch. Chandler Lynn's on first. He's going to throw back over there. Chandler's there safely. Kennedy going to come set and deliver to the plate. Going to start Stevens off with an off-speed pitch, which is called for strike 1. Kennedy giving a look back at Lynn. Now he's going to come set. Looks over the shoulder. Looking again. And the 0-1. Missing just inside on Stevens, making it 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, this Tatno County team is a AAA team. It's AAA school, James County AA. They've played 2 different AA opponents. They won against Bryan County 11-10, and they lost to Vidalia 11-0. Swing and missed by Stevens for strike 2. Now, of course, James County will be playing your rival later on in the season, starting Monday, March 29th. So Kennedy, he's coming set, going to pick back to first. Actually, Lynn's there safely. There was no tag applied. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gray Stevens. Kennedy giving a look back at Lynn. Now he's going to come set, winding the 1-2. An off-speed pitch, which Gray Stevens sends up and out of play for a foul ball. And he's getting a sign from head coach Derek James. And now he steps back in, ready to go. 1 down here in the top of the third. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stevens. The 1-2, runner going. Ball is high, and Lynn is there safely. The ball gets away, trickles down to the center fielder, and Lynn makes no attempt there. He's going to stay put, but the count is ball. Looks like that. To talk to his shortstop. Even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I can just feel the mosquitoes crawling on my legs. Picked a bad day to wear shorts. Really bad day. We're only in the top of the third inning. So the count remains on Gray Stevens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think so far this has been the longest at bat in the game. And that's not ever a bad thing. It's usually always a good thing. It means it's a good battle between a pitcher and a batter. The 2-2. Stevens did go, and that will be strike 3. 2 down. Now, I heard the coach yesterday in his meeting with the team make a comment that it seemed like they jumped on Appleton County really early and then took their foot off the gas. And I really hope that's not what happens here in this Tattnall County game, because it seems like these Battle Creek Warriors are here to win. I think they're probably pitching one of their better pitchers, Caleb Kennedy. I have seen really nothing but good stuff leave his hand. He's got a breaking ball, off speed pitches. Definitely has a fastball. I'll bring up Will Watts with a runner at second and 2 down. Watts getting under this one and sending it foul out of play. Make it strike 1. Kennedy working from the stretch. Going to pick back to second. Lynn's there safely. Now, that move did work earlier on a Toombs County base runner. So it seems like this team has really practiced picking people off the bases. So Toombs County base runners have got to play it really smart when they're out there. Nothing on Watts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 0-2. Watts steps back in. Chandler Lynn getting his lead at second. Caleb Kennedy coming on to the mound. And now he's coming set. His runner, and now the 0-2 to the plate. Missing low. That'll be ball 1. Watts steps back in.
Got Will.
Kennedy coming set, giving a look. The 1-2, here it is. Missing just outside. That'll even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kennedy coming set. The 2-2. That was way inside. And now Watts has worked the count full with 2 down. Watts steps back into the box. Kennedy coming set. And the full count pitch. Looked like a curveball, which Watts waited back on and hit it, unfortunately, directly to the pitcher, and he fielded it, and that will be out number 3. So we move into the bottom of the third inning. The Bulldogs still maintain their lead of 1 run as we break on Y101.
Our sole purpose here at the bank is to share our financial knowledge with you so that we can help you grow. Whether it's a savings account, a new home, business and personal loans, or to help finance your children's education. We're here for you. We're an equal housing lender. People's Bank, where people come first. Member FDIC. Online at ourpeoplesbank.com.
Tired after a hard day at work? Or do you just not feel like cooking after church? Then come let the friendly folks at Shoney's in Vidalia do all the cooking for you and yours. Get their delicious 8-piece fried chicken meal with 2 large sides, 4 biscuits, and a gallon of that famous sweet tea, all for $18.99. Shoney's also offers that in a 12-piece or a 16-piece. Come let the friendly folks at Shoney's take all the work out of dinner at 2505 Highway 280 in Vidalia or call 912-537-0922.
Now we're going back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
And welcome back here on Y101 to Tattnall County, where the Toombs County Bulldogs are in a non-region matchup versus the AAA Tattnall County Warriors here in Tattnall County. Logan Knight on the mound for the Bulldogs. So far in this game, he's only given up 1 hit and had 2 strikeouts. He's induced 1 ground out and had 3 flyouts. He has faced 7 Battle Creek Warrior batters. Up to bat now will be right fielder Trip Durden. I don't see the umpire. Oh, the umpire is down there. He's over there standing next to third base talking to somebody. I don't know who that is. I just looked and realized that the home plate umpire is nowhere to be found. The field umpire, he's out behind first base, where they typically stand in a high school game. I mean, usually. Now, if you're watching Major League, there's one behind the plate, one that stands next to first, one that stands towards the middle, one that stands over near third. And sometimes, or most of the time, you have an umpire that stands out down the foul line. It's a big event because they don't want any mistakes to be made. So Trent Durden is up to bat for the Battle Creek Warriors. He's playing right field tonight. Going to work from the windup. First pitch. Missing high, starting with a fastball there for ball 1. Knight coming set. The 1-0 to Durden. Thing. I make it 2-0. Knight starting with 2 fastballs there. Knight coming set. The 2-0. And that'll be in for a strike. Making the count 2-1. The 2-1 from Knight's on the way. And that one went high. That'll make it 3-1 on right fielder Trip Durden. Weather here tonight is much better than it was here last year when I came. The 3-1 is into 3-2 with a called strike 2 on the outside edge, and Knight has worked the count back full. The full count pitch from Knight. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. 1 down to bring up Jaser Cruz. Cruz playing left field tonight.
Jaser Cruz.
Knight going to still work from the windup as there's no one on base. The corner of the diamond, the first baseman and third baseman Stevens and Harris are playing in. Swing and a miss from Cruz, who's batting from the left-hand side. A lefty-lefty matchup here. Knight coming set. And the 0-1 is going to be fouled off, out of play towards the Tattnall County softball field. That'll make it 0-2. Knight with the 0-2 is on the way, and that's going to be called for strike 3. Knight with 3 straight strikes there, and it brings us back to the top of the Battle Creek Warrior lineup to pitcher Caleb Kennedy. Now, Kennedy has only given up 2 Bulldog hits and 1 Bulldog run, which was unearned. The pitch from Knight. In at the knee for strike 1. Knight coming set with the 0-1. That ball stayed high, and that'll make it 1-1. The 1-1 from Knight. Also missing. That'll make it 2-1. Seems like he's not releasing that pitch where he wants it to. It seems like he just tried to throw the same pitch twice. And 2-1 from Knight. He puts down the middle. Stevens fielding a ball on the short hop, makes the catch, steps on first, and that will end the inning. Logan Knight with a 3-up, 3-down. We go to the top of the 4th in a game that's moving at a good pace. Bulldogs still on top 1-0 as we break on Y101.
Does your home have its own weather pattern? Rivers Air Conditioning and Heating can help you by servicing your current system or by providing you with a new energy-efficient Lennox system featuring innovative iComfort 530 thermostats that lets you monitor and adjust your home system anywhere from your smartphone app. Call Rivers Air Conditioning today at 912-537-8490 or visit them online at riversac.net. Patriot Gas in Vidalia is happy to serve its community, and it's been serving its community for over 15 years. With a combined experience of over 55 years and the only true locally owned gas service in town. If you need them on the weekend, they'll be there too. From gas logs to fireplaces to stoves and propane, Patriot Gas in Vidalia is the only choice to get the job done efficiently and effectively. If you need to call them, the number is 537-1943, or you can go by and visit the location at 209 Green Street in Vidalia.
And now we take you back to the field for all the action of the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
Welcome back to Tattnall County. We're in the top of the 4th inning here on Y101, and the Toombs County Bulldog baseball team remains on top of the Warriors 1-0. However, they need, I would say, a lot more insurance runs before they can toke this game away. Up to bat for the Bulldogs will be right fielder Jason Dukes, third baseman Trayvon Harris, and DH Bryson Stanley. Caleb Kennedy just finishing warming up at the top of the 4th, and now Dukes is walking to the plate. The catcher, Willis, actually walked up to talk to his pitcher. And catcher Aiden Willis is now going to return behind the plate, and Jason Dukes is up to bat. Dukes is credited with the only run the Bulldogs have right now with a sacrifice fly in the top of the 1st, which scored Chandler Lynn from 3rd. Kennedy, the first pitch of the 4th, is missing low for ball 1. Kennedy winding the 1-0. Dukes hits a liner in the air to third baseman Tyson Driggers, and that'll be out number 1. Nice hit by Dukes, though. 1 down. That'll bring up Trayvon Harris, wearing number 13 for the Bulldogs, and as a freshman. His first at bat, he flew out to the left fielder, Jacer Cruz. Trayvon steps in, bats towards the back of the batter's box. The 1-out pitch is popped up foul, and it looks like it's going to loop out of play. And that gives them strike one. Kennedy's back on the mound, working from the windup. And the 1-0 is on the way. Nice breaking ball called for strike two. So Harris finds himself behind here, 0-2. Time has been called by Harris. Steps out of the batter's box. Harris steps back in. Kennedy. Now coming set. And the pitch. Swing, and it hits in the dirt, but the catcher has it and throws to first. Finishes the at-bat, and that'll be out number 2. You know, last year against this Tattnall County team, if I can find it, I know they won, but I want to see the score. Here it is. They actually beat them here in Tattnall 8-5, scoring all 8 of their runs in the top of the first inning. Up to bat now is the DH in tonight's game, Bryson Stanley. He's going to take that first pitch for strike one. Kennedy winding and bringing the 0-1 to the plate. Stanley hits a chopper onto the ground of the third baseman. He fills it, and that'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Tattnall County Battle Creek Warriors. So we go into the bottom of the fourth. The Bulldogs unable to add to their lead. Let's see if they can play good defense. We'll be back here in Tattnall County on Y101.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU-FM, Lyons, Vidalia, Y101.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Check out these great deals going on through February 28th at Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts store in Lyons. Get the Napa Oil Special 5-quart jug, only $11.49. Napa 15W40 AC Motor Oil, $9.69 a gallon. Power Service Diesel Fuel Additive, $6.99 each. Max Premium Starting Fluid or Max Windshield De-Icer, your choice, only $2.49. They also stock DFF, only $9.99 a gallon, and they have hydraulic hoses. At Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa store in Lyons. Now, back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
The Toombs County Bulldogs remain with the lead here in Tattnall County with 1 run, and the Battle Creek Warriors have none. But that could change at any minute. The Bulldogs offensively really need to get on the sticks and add more to that 1 run they have. I keep mentioning how last season the Bulldogs really had a struggle offensively. And the only reason I keep mentioning that is because I've been watching this team as they get players in and they see players graduate. Actually, I've been playing with some of these guys. I played baseball with some of these people on this field back in the day. So, I really know the kids that I'm calling this game for. Justin Anderson lays down quite a successful bunt for the Battle Creek Warriors. Trayvon Harris was moving over from his third base position and didn't quite get the throw there, so that'll give Tattnall County a base runner. That was Justin Anderson there with the bunt. That'll bring up first baseman Connor Durant. He had good location on the bunt. I will give him that. Because, I'm with the media. I give praise to both sides if good things are done. Durant showing bunt, pulls back. Knight throws over to first, and the umpire in the field calls him safe. The Bulldog fans not quite happy with that call, but it was definitely close. Nice move by Knight. Caught his base runner off guard. And Knight's now going to deliver to the plate. Actually, no, he's going to throw back to first. You can always tell by that front foot if you're not familiar with baseball. Which, if you're a base runner, you want to watch the back foot and make sure they're at least on the rubber. And he's going to deliver to the plate here. Durant's fouling this one off out of play for strike one. So now Knight working from the stretch with a runner at first. He's going to come set here. And here's the pitch to Durant. Durant hits this one in the 5-6 hole for a Battle Creek Warrior base hit. Musselman fielding it and getting it back in. So the tying run is on second, and the go-ahead run is on first for the Warriors. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get out of this without run. Runners are on first and second to bring up Aiden Willis, the catcher. He struck out on a 1-2 count. His first at bat. And Logan Knight is giving up his second base hit of the game. We're already in the bottom of the fourth inning. And in non-region games, for a move this fast is kind of unreal. The pitch stopped foul, third base foul by head coach Ben Collins. Strike one. Knight coming back onto the mound, working from the stretch. Runners are at first and second. Knight coming set. The 0-1 is poked up foul, and it looks like it's out of the Bulldog fans, and it stays away from hitting anybody on top of the head. That'll make it 0-2 on Aiden Willis. You know, I'm sure people thought of the idea of like taking a net and extending it outward onto the field, but see, the problem with that is if a ball touches any part of a net while in regulation play, it becomes a net ball and you can't play it anymore. So, you know, foul balls behind the home plate that goes sky high. If there was a net there, kind of draping over it, you couldn't play it anymore. The 0-2 missing. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes on Aiden Willis. Knight giving a look at his base runner, who was on second. It's Justin Anderson, the shortstop for the Warriors. 1-2, swing, and a miss, and Knight gets that strikeout. 1 down. So let's see if Knight can do it on strikeouts and get the Bulldogs out of this inning.
Stepping into the batter's box.
Tyson Driggers up to bat, the third baseman. He is who has one of 2 base hits in this game. The other guy is Connor Durant, who just had it earlier in the bottom of this inning. First pitch. Stay high for ball 1. 1 down, runners at first and second. Knight comes back onto the mound, working from the stretch. Giving a look at his base runner at second, and they're going to pick back there. Here's the tag. He is out. Very nice move by Logan Knight, and a very nice coverage by shortstop Cody Cortez. That makes 2 down. And a runner at first. Chase Musselman did that once this season, and now Logan Knight is doing it here in this game. Knight calling times to tell Gray Stevens to hold on the runner at first. We all have those moments. Knight coming set with the 1-0 pitch. This is sent flying foul. First base side not a play for strike 1. Don't say anything to jinx it, but I think mosquitoes have finally stopped biting me. Although they could be on their way back. The 1-1 from Knight. Hit onto the ground to Cody Cortez. Cortez steals it. He has time. Here's the throw, and it will be for out number 3. So the Bulldogs get out of an inning that could have been bad news for them, not giving up a single run. But they've got to get the sticks going. Bulldogs still lead 1-0 as we go to the top of the 5th on Y101.
ASE certified. Stevens Truck Center has what trucks need for their trucks. Truck parts, truck sales, truck servicing, for overhauls to wiring to rear end to transmission repairs. Stevens Truck Center is ASE certified to repair your trucks. Call 912-526-3117. Stevens Truck Center, Highway number 1 in Lyons.
K&K Septic Tank Service, Highway 130 East in Vidalia, will take care of all your septic tank troubles. Ronald Kite is licensed and has over 25 years of professional experience. When the job needs to be right, call the best. That's K&K Septic Tank. Get ready for his numbers, 537-2319 or 293-2319. And again, that's K&K Septic Tank Service in Vidalia. Now back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
The Bulldogs are here in Tattnall County tonight for a non-region matchup versus the Warriors, and the Bulldogs are staying on top right now, 1-0. Up to bat for Toombs County here in the top of the fifth is Alex Gordy. The first pitch from Kennedy. Swing and a miss by Gordy for strike one. Trying to get a score on those soccer games. Next pitch. I'm going to check the swing on Gordy. No, he didn't go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Actually, one of my roommates went to those games, so I texted him to see. 1-1, missing low, balls, 1 strike. You know, we really lucked up, the guys I live with, because we all went to high school together and we all know each other. The 2-1, swing and a miss, and that'll make the count 2-2. And of course, if you're familiar with how you apply to college and apply to the dorm rooms, you know that you can choose who you live with. Or you can go for the random, the 2-2. High. That'll make it 3 balls and 2 strikes on Alex Gordy. And the full count pitch from Kennedy. Gordy pops it up foul and out of play. Thank God they don't play that sound effect that sounds like somebody's windshield's cracking. They did that in Appling County. What a production they had there. Alex Gordy steps, oh man, almost laughed again. Sometimes I really crack myself up. The full count pitch from Kennedy and called strike 3, a nice breaking ball. 1 down to bring up pitcher Logan Knight. Knight, his first at bat, struck out on a 2-2 count. So let's see if he can put something on the ground here for the Bulldogs, because the Bulldogs need to score more runs. You know, it's one thing to be leading, but it's another thing to only be leading by 1 run. First pitch, Knight's going to take for strike 1. The 0-1 is chopped on the ground foul, third base side, and now Knight falls behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 tonight is up into the air, left field side. Left fielder Cruz is running over, and that's going to drop in foul territory, and Knight gets to try again. So that Tuesday game in Bleckley, as far as I know, is still the junior varsity doubleheader. Junior varsity playing at 4, and the varsity game will follow. Then next Friday, a week from today, the varsity team will be at home for University of Washington County with the first pitch at 5:45. With 1 down to go, 2 count, swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. 2 down to bring up senior Chase Musselman, who will watch strike 3 in his first at bat. And the top of the third. It seems as though Caleb Kennedy may have this Bulldog baseball team's number offensively, because the Bulldogs aren't getting much with this guy. 2-out pitch from Musselman. He's going to miss high. That'll make it 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. Kennedy going to work from the windup. No one's on base. The 1-0. Off-speed pitch, which Musselman lunges at and puts it onto the ground to third baseman Driggers, and Driggers makes a throw that gets by the first baseman Durant and rolls to the fence. So on an error, Toombs County now has a base runner. I think we're going to have to award the error on the throw there. It makes no difference for the stats that I need. I mean, the error is the error in the book regardless. Now, if I was keeping defensive stats on the teams that we're playing against, then yeah, it would matter on if it was the third baseman or the first baseman, but I just keep the hitting stats. Kennedy is going to pick back to first. Musselman's there safely. And what do you know? We're back to the top of the order with Chandler Lynn. Now, offensively, this is the place you want to be with runners on base, is with some of your stronger hitters coming up. So let's see if Toombs County can rally with 2 in the top of the 5th and score some more runs because they need them. It's scary to only lead by 1 run. First pitch to Lynn is going to be called for strike 1. Chase Musselman is getting a lead at first. Caleb Kennedy is going to get him a look. Kennedy going to step off the back of the mound. We've been playing now for about an hour and going on 10 minutes. Here's the pitch. An off-speed pitch that had a lot of movement on it. Swing and a miss by Lynn. Man, sitting here, you could just see that ball moving through the air. I don't want to say it was a knuckleball because I didn't see the stillness of the ball as it moved out of his hand. The 0-2. A close one to take, but Chandler Lynn does it, and Chase Musselman is stealing second, and he's there safely. Actually, they called him out, but then they called him safe again because it looked like the second baseman shortstop dropped the ball. If you couldn't hear it over the radio, I could hear. All of a sudden the Bulldog fans were kind of happy, then they were kind of mad, and then they went happy again. So either way, Chase Musselman is standing on second base, and Chandler Lynn has 1 ball and 2 strikes on him with 2 down. Here's the 1-2. Hits in the dirt. No go for Musselman as Aiden Willis blocked that one up. So 2-2, the Bulldogs really need a base hit instead of a walk. Now, I'm not saying that for people to hear me, but then again, I kind of am because a walk wouldn't do much for the team but give another base runner. The 2-2, and there it is, a base hit by Chandler Lynn, which is going to score Chase Musselman from third, and Chandler Lynn with an RBI single that gives the Bulldogs another run, which is just what they need here in the top of the 5th inning. See, I told you if I said it loud enough, it would have happened. An RBI single, there you go. A runner at first to bring up Grace Stevens. Stevens now going to walk down and talk to head coach Derek James at the third base coach's box. And just in case I didn't have any cutouts or anything from getting too loud there, I will say it again. Chandler Lynn with 2 balls and 2 strikes had an RBI single. That's straight up the middle that scored Chase Musselman from second base. Now the Bulldogs lead 2-0. And if you're ever out of town and you want to listen to our live stream because you can't pick up Y101 100.9, you can do that by going to YouTube and typing in Y101 Live Sports Action. Here's the pitch to the plate. Stevens going to take this one for strike 1. Still 2 down. Caleb Kennedy is going to step off the back of the mound, take a second, and now he comes back on. With no balls and 1 strike, he comes set, and the 0-1. Stevens held back on that one, and it was good he did. That was ball 1. Kennedy's going to come set with 1 ball and 1 strike on Stevens. Here's the pitch, and it floated inside. So that'll make it 2-1. Still can't get a score on the soccer games, and I don't have service to check any type of social media where it may be on. Yeah, my message didn't even send. I'm going to pick back to first. Musselman's there safely. 2 balls, 1 strike on Stevens. Where's number 22? For the Toombs County High School Bulldog baseball team. The 2-1 called for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Gray Stevens. Chandler Lenz at first. Kennedy walking around the mound. Kennedy coming set. Musselman, or Lynn with his lead. I've been calling him Musselman this entire time. I don't know why, but that was Chandler Lynn. And on a 2-2 count, swing and a miss by Gray Stevens. So the Bulldogs do score 1 run here at the top of the 5th to increase their lead from 1 to 2. And the Bulldogs lead 2-0 as we go into the bottom of the 5th on Y101.
For over 35 years, Thriftway, your Galaxy food store, has been serving the community and is your family-owned and operated hometown grocery store. Michael Grimes and his staff strive to support their community and give customers service second to none. Also, make Thriftway's meat department your first stop when you're looking for fresh USDA-certified meat. Their professional meat cutters are always happy to get you the perfect cut of meat. Come in and save throughout the store every day at Thriftway, your Galaxy food store in Lyons.
Community Hospice in Vidalia has been serving families in our community for over 20 years. With their years of service and expertise, they are who you need to call when a family member is facing life's toughest challenges. CEO Jason Colbert will ensure that your family member is treated with the utmost decency and respect. You can call them today at 912-537-0063, or you can go by the facilities at 904 Mount Vernon Road in Vidalia. Jason Colbert and the gang at Community Hospice would like to send their best wishes to Bulldog Senior number 22, Gray Stevens, and wish him the best of luck in his senior season.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog baseball right here on Y101.
Welcome back to Tatnall County. The Toombs County Bulldogs are on top right now, 2-0, as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. I'll bring up Rayleigh Waters, the center fielder. He flew out to left fielder Chase Musselman in his first at bat in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to him is fouled off out of play. You know, I have my immediate family here as they were watching my brother play in the junior varsity game, and I asked them where they were carrying me to eat. And we sat and pondered. And we're still pondering. Let's see, Waters swing and a miss. That'll make it 0-2, because if you go that way, you're in Glenville. If you go that way, you're back in Reedsville. So maybe there are 3 places to choose from. I'm not sure. The 0-2. Missing high. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I guess I can't really say a whole lot about that. You know, Lyons doesn't have that many restaurants to choose from. If you want to go somewhere to eat, you're going to go to Vidalia. 1-2. Popped up foul and out of play. So I got a score on that girls' soccer game. The Toombs County High School girls soccer team won 2-0 over Vidalia, and the boys' game is underway right now, and it's tied 1-1. But speaking of getting food, I have something really neat to tell you. The 1-2 is lined up into the air, and Cody Cortez runs back and makes an outstanding catch. What a catch Cody Cortez made. That was a nice catch by shortstop Cody Cortez for the Toombs County High School baseball team. See, I would list all the restaurants there are to eat at in these towns that are around us, but that would be free advertising, and they'll kick me out of Y101 if I do that. 1 down to bring up Caden Folsom, the second baseman. He watched strike 3 on a full count in his first at bat to end the bottom of the 2nd inning. He takes this pitch for ball one. But anyway, so on the campuses of Georgia Southern, there's this new thing they adopted last semester, the 1-0, swing and a miss. That'll be strike one. And it's these robot type things that bring you your food. There's a whole app for it and everything. It's called Starship. The 1-1, missing guy, that'll make it 2-1. And it was designed by someone really smart. But so you just order on the app on the participating restaurants, and usually they're the restaurants on the campus of Georgia Southern, like Union Deli. The 2-1 called for strike two. Union Deli, Market Street Deli, Starbucks is on campus. Chick-fil-A actually does not participate in the Starship. You have to go on campus with campus Chick-fil-A. Actually, I'm not supposed to say that on the radio. Swing and a miss for strike three. Now they're going to kick me out of the Y101. Free advertising. But anyway, so on this app, you can place your order, and these little robots will actually bring you the food to your dorm and any of the surrounding areas you're at. You just set a location, and you say, bring food here, and it does it. Trip Durden, the right fielder, is up to bat. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Knight starting him with a fastball there for strike one. He struck out in the bottom of the third inning on a full count. Knight coming set, and the 0-1. Missing high. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. The Bulldogs are still on top here in the bottom of the fifth, 2-0. 1-1, missing in the dirt. Watts doing a fine job blocking it up there. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Knight now going to come set. The 2-1 is on the way. Missing high and away. That'll make the count 3 balls and 1 strike on right fielder Trip Durden. 2 down. I have to give credit to both pitchers in tonight's game, Logan Knight and Caleb Kennedy. I think they're both doing a nice job. The 3-1 is in for strike 2. And that'll be a full count 2-out situation for Logan Knight. And luckily with no one on base for the Bulldogs. Or for the Bulldog defense, should I say. Full count pitch is chopped onto the ground to third baseman Trayvon Harris. He fields it, fires to first, and that will be a 3-up, 3-down inning for Logan Knight and his Toombs County Bulldogs defense. They go into the top of the 6th. The Bulldogs maintain the lead, but they could use some more. Let's see if they do that here. We'll take a break and come back on Y101.
You've heard the name. You've seen it many times. You know the real story of General So. Neither do we, but we do know it's a fantastic sauce. Try Zaxby's new General So's boneless chicken wings. The perfect blend of sweet and heat, and oh so delicious. It's legendary chicken with a legendary sauce. The new General So's boneless wings meal with crinkle fries and a 22-ounce drink. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's.
Have you heard the news? There's a new business in town, Doodlebugs. Formerly Pitch and Stitch, is owned and operated by Mona Jones. Doodlebugs is located at 111 Southeast Main Street in Vidalia. We embroider, screen print, and vinyl most items. Come see us Monday through Friday. Our hours are 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. We can't wait to see you at Doodlebugs.
Now back to the field for all the hard-hitting action. It's Toombs County Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101.
And we're back in Tattnall County for some Bulldog baseball here on Y101. And catcher Will Watts is up to bat for the Toombs County High School team. He'll be followed by Jason Dukes and then Trayvon Harris. Will Watts in tonight's game is 1 for 2 with a base hit and then a ground out to pitcher Caleb Kennedy. Can't hear in the background. They're playing some Old Crow Medicine Show. I know some of the guys out there, listeners to Y101, have called in and requested the song. I think I'm a bigger fan of the Darius Rucker version, but that's just me. The first pitch to Watts is going to be low for ball 1 here to start out the top of the 6th inning. Caleb Kennedy still on the hill for the Warriors. Kennedy working from the windup. The 1-0's on the way. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike one. The Bulldogs take this game. It'll improve their record to 3-2, and otherwise it'll demote their record to 2-3. The 1-1 is all speed pitch. He hits onto the ground to third baseman Driggers. He fields it fluently and throws across the diamond. And unfortunately for Will Watts, he is out. And with one down, that'll bring up Jason Dukes.
Next up for Toombs County, number 15.
Dukes is partly responsible for one of the runs that is on the board for Toombs County, one of the two. Chandler Lynn did his job by getting on base in the top of the first, and Will Watts did his job by also getting on base, and Jason Dukes drove in Chandler Lynn on a sacrifice fly to left field. So here's the pitch to him. Dukes loads up on this one and hits a nice shot in the center field. Dukes is rounding first. He's headed to second. He may even be headed to third. He is. He's rounding second, headed to third, and Jason Dukes is standing up on third. Actually slid in with a Bulldog triple. Very nice hit by Jason Dukes, and that puts a runner in scoring position for the Toombs County Bulldog baseball team to bring up third baseman Trayvon Harris. Very nice hit by Jason Dukes. Very fluent, too. Very fluent in that swing. Very nice. Kennedy coming set and delivering the first pitch to Trayvon. Harris is going to take that one in for strike one. Kennedy working from the windup. He's now coming set. The 0-1's on the way. This one low. I'll make it ball one. The count is even at 1 on the right-handed hitter, Trayvon Harris. Kennedy winding the 1-1. The umpire said he did not, and that'll be ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Trayvon Harris. Kennedy winding the 2-1. The breaking ball, that'll be in for strike 2. The count's now even. 2 ball strikes on the right-handed hitter for Toombs County, freshman Trayvon Harris. Time has been called by Harris. You know, I've called some Lions all-star games during the summer, and I've called a lot of games for Trayvon. And that is one thing that I will give him credit for doing, is he really knows how to throw a game off its pace. During his at-bat, he'll call times right when you're least expecting it to happen. And you know, sometimes it works for him. Throws the pitcher out of rhythm. Because, you know, pitchers, with any sport, you stay in a rhythm. If you're doing well, you want to keep the rhythm there. You want to keep doing whatever you're doing. And if somebody throws you off of it, it could mess up what you have going on. 2-2. Missing inside. The Warrior fans are not happy with that call, and that'll make it a full count on Trayvon Harris. Let's see who wins the battle here between Harris and Kennedy. He takes that one for ball 4, so it looks like Trayvon Harris took it, and that puts runners on the corners for Toombs County. Could this be a big inning for this team? We're putting up a substitution in for Alex Gordy. That'll be Dawson Brantley up to bat. I think I'm sitting by his family. So hopefully Dawson Brantley hits a nice ball here for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Gets on base, passes it down to the next guy. Scores a run for the team. Actually, no, they're putting Dawson Brantley in to hit for Cody Cortez. Excuse me. Because Alex Gordy's on deck. That was my mistake. Yeah, so with one down, that'll bring up Dawson Brantley. On deck is Alex Gordy. Excuse me, I overlooked a box on my scorecard. The umpire is writing that down. And it looks like we're ready to go. I'm actually out of room of where to write this. Put DB beside this one. There we go. With runners on the corner, the first pitch to Brantley, he watches for ball one. DB. There we go. Kennedy giving a look at Harris at first. Going to throw back there. Harris is there safely. No go from Dukes at third. He holds on there. The 1-0. Dawson Brantley hits a nice shot to right center field, and that ball is down. It's going to score one Bulldog run. It's going to score another Bulldog run. And here comes Trayvon Harris to the plate. Dawson Brantley gets back to second. Allow the shortstop to the fake there on that throw. And Dawson Brantley with a 2-run RBI double. See, I told you he was going to do fine. 2-run RBI double for the Bulldogs, scoring 2 runs for the team and putting them on top 4-0. So, with a runner at second, that'll bring up number 8, Alex Gordy. So far, here in the top of the 6th inning, the Bulldogs have scored 2 runs, adding to their lead, making it 4-0. And it seems like a pitching change may be about to be made, or either the coach is coming out to talk to his team on the mound for Tattnall County. I see Foster Jones on deck, which is where Logan Knight, actually, hold on. Hear what's going on. The meeting on the mound is over. Caleb Kennedy is going to stay in. Really nice Bulldog hits have been happening this inning. A triple by Jason Dukes, and then a 2-run RBI double by Dawson Brantley. Alex Gordy is up to bat. Wears number 8 for the Dogs and is 1 for 2 in the night's game with a base hit, a backwards K. Looks like Logan Knight has returned back to the on-deck circle. They did have Foster Jones up there. And it seems like we're about ready to go. We're still on the top of the 6th. Bulldog 4-0. And it's 7:32, not too late. Game, like I said, it's moving at a nice pace to be non-region. First pitch to Gordy. He fouls off for strike 1. Asking Gordy to go backside here, and that would be an optimal place to hit the ball. Dawson Brantley at second, it would easily score him if put in right center. Let's see how it turns out. The 0-1. Missing low. Gordy takes that ball 1. Kennedy comes back onto the mound. Brantley gets his lead at second. Kennedy coming set, the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Gordy. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mosquito just flew on my face in the middle of while I was speaking. Kennedy getting a look. The 1-2. He gets Gordy chasing, but the ball got away from the catcher. He picks it up, fires to first, and that'll be out number 2. 2 down. So Logan Knight with 2 down comes up with a base runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs.
That's number 25, Logan Knight.
Kennedy working from the stretch, runner at second. He comes set, and here's the pitch to Knight. He gets Knight here with a breaking ball. That'll be strike 1. Kennedy now going to come set, giving a look at Brantley, who has the lead at second, the 0-1. Missing low. That'll be ball 1. Seems like the air just got chillier here at Tattnall County. I'm in shorts and short sleeves. I don't feel uncomfortable. Actually, this is probably about a temperature somebody would keep their house on. The 1-1. hits Logan Knight on the back and gives Sims County another base runner. 2 down. And now there's a runner on first and second, and now Coach James is making a change in the lineup and going to put in senior Foster Jones. And they're also going to put in number 5, which is Galen Wilds, to run for pitcher Logan Knight. So number 16, Foster Jones, is at the bat with 2 down and runners on first and second. See how the Bulldogs do here. Scoring 2 runs on a big hit by sophomore Dawson Brantley here in the top of the 6th inning. The umpire making a change to his notepad. You know, I've never actually seen the thing that umpires keep to write stuff like that down on. Like, is it a set piece of formal paper or is it just a notepad? I've never been able to tell. So Kennedy, doing what he does best with his breaking ball, is going to start Foster Jones off with that. That would be in for strike 1. Runners are on first and second for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th. Shortstop working Brantley, the 0-1 to the plate. Jones hits onto the ground to the third baseman Driggers, and Driggers fields it and steps on third for out number 3. So the Bulldogs scoring 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning, and they now lead the game 4-0 as we break on Y101.
It's baseball season, and we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams. When life strikes with sudden expenses, First Franklin has been there to help for others. We offer fixed loan rates up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit us online at oneffc.com or give us a call at 537-3062. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License C5656.
Hello, Betsy Rollins here again for Tar Land and Timber, located on US 1 South in Lyons, just before the Omaha River. My dad, Tommy Rollins, is the owner and operator of Tar Land and Timber. If you have questions about your timber, give my dad a call. Pine wood, pulpwood, hardwood. He does it all. He will give you the best price for your timber. The job will be done right. Give Tommy a call, 912-565-8850, and don't forget to tell him Betsy sent you.
Now we're going back to the field for more high school baseball with the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
Welcome back to Tatnall County on Y101. It actually took me a minute to collect my thoughts. They're playing Sweet Caroline by Neil. Not a bad song. I think I'm probably one of the few 19-year-olds you could play this kind of music for, and he'd be able to name all that's being played. Jaser Cruz is up to bat, left fielder for the Battle Creek Warriors. Knight's going to start him off here with ball 1. Missing low. Bulldogs had 2 hits in the last half inning, top of the 6th. The 1-0. It's hit foul, third base side. What a rip that one was. That power behind that one. That'll be strike 1. As far as earned runs go, 2 of the 1 scored last inning were earned. Or 1 of the 2. Yeah. 1 of the 2 runs scored last inning were earned. Looks like we may be getting a foul ball in or either asking somebody to turn the lights off in their vehicle. Either way, looks like we're back ready to go. The 1-1 is fouled back off into the net. And that puts Knight ahead here with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire. Sounds like a nice guy. I think every time he walks back here to get a ball, he makes a joke. I haven't been able to hear any of them. The 1-2, but I see everybody else laughing. That pitch is missing high. That'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. They could just be laughing at me. It has happened before. I'll never, ever forget that memory. The 2-2 fouled off out of play. I went back to the station the very next day, and I told Robin about that, and even she laughed. But one day, calling a game at Lions Rec Department during the All-Star season, I was sitting there, and I heard some people speaking behind me, and I knew they were talking about me, and I was in the middle of a broadcast, and I think the comment was made, next pitch fouled off out of play. The comment was made is, it was something to the effect of, there is no one listening to him, or what is he doing? And somebody had to explain, somebody for the team that I was with had to say he's actually on the radio. Next pitch missing, that'll load up the count. But you won't believe the crazy looks I got being a 10th grader calling the games on the radio. People actually couldn't believe it. They thought it was fake. They thought it was, I don't know what they thought it was. They thought it was everything else except what it actually was. A little confusion there by Will Watts on the ball 4 as it got away from him. And Jaser Cruz is down the first on a walk. Got to bring up pitcher Caleb Kennedy. Now, the Bulldogs, what they don't want to do is give up base runners to the Battle Creek Warriors because they'll slowly chip away at that 4-run lead if you let them. Caleb Kennedy is 0 for 2 tonight. Knight's going to pick back to first, and now we got a runner and a run down. Here's the tag. He is out at second. So with one down there, we're going back to the plate. Very nice move by Logan Knight, Gray Stevens, and then the final throw to Cody Cortez to apply the tag at second. Very good. Sound defense from this Toombs County team. Knocking on wood. Don't like to award too many compliments because sometimes I've awarded a compliment and things started going horribly wrong. Kennedy popped this one up into the air, and it looks like Trayvon Harris runs up and makes that catch. That'll be out number 2. So this could be a 3-up, 3-down inning. Another one this game for pitcher Logan Knight. The bottom of the first, 3-up, 3-down. The bottom of the third, 3-up, 3-down. Bottom of the fifth, 3-up, 3-down. Up to bat is Justin Anderson for the Warriors. He goes for 2 tonight. Diving into the batter's box. First pitch. At the knee for strike 1. Bottom of the 6th. Excuse me. I don't know what I said. Thank you, though. Next pitch is in for a strike, making nothing in 2. Anderson steps in. Knight. Winding. And delivers the 0-2. This is hit on the ground back to Knight. He bobbles it. Is he going to be able to stay with it? Here's the throw to first. He is out. Knight with another 3-up, 3-down inning. Doing it in the first, doing it in the third, doing it in the fifth, and now here in the 6th. We go to the 7th inning. Bulldogs on top 4-0 as we break in Tatnall on Y101.
If you're tired of making multiple trips to the pharmacy each month for prescription refills, All Care Pharmacy can help. With our Care Plus program, we contact your doctor for refills. We fill all of your regular monthly medications at one time and package them by dose. This way, you only have to make one trip to the pharmacy to pick up your medications. Call All Care Pharmacy at 912-524-0100 for more information about this free service.
Mcclendon Enterprises Incorporated is your local go-to contractor for turnkey civil construction services. We've been a proud supporter of local athletics since our start in 1979 and are appreciative of the values instilled in our youth by the coaches and staff of the Toombs County school system over these years. If you're interested in pursuing a challenging yet rewarding career in civil construction, please visit our website at mcclendenenterprises.com today. And now we take you back to the field for all the action of the Toombs County Bulldogs on Y101.
Welcome back to Tattnall County. The Battle Creek Warriors have put in another pitcher here in the top of the 7th, and that'll be catcher Aiden Willis going to the mound. I'm trying to get some stats from Caleb Kennedy for you. Caleb in the game, he pitched 6 complete innings. He allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, one of which was earned. He gave up 1, 2 walks in the game and had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. So up to bat for Toombs County, it looks like it's Gray Stevens, followed by, Chandler Lynn, then Gray Stevens, who will be followed by Will Watt. You can always tell when they put in a new pitcher, because I'm usually a little frantic for information when it comes back to me, because I'm usually working on those stats, which is kind of tedious work. You have to read through all your chicken scratch handwriting and count this and count that and make some division there, and I don't know. Either way, I got it done. Chandler Lynn up to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Now would be a good idea or a good time for the Bulldogs to bat through the order. That pitch sailing high by Chandler Lynn for ball 1. Lynn, of course, bats from the left-hand side and wears number 3 for this Toombs County baseball team. The 1-0. That'll be in for strike 1. Willis, who was catching for the majority of this game, now on the mound for the Battle Creek Warriors, working from the windup. Actually, time has been called. Willis steps back on. Chandler Lynn steps back in, and the 1-1. Missing low. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike, and Willis comes onto the mound. Winding and delivers the 2-1. Fastball. Swing and a miss by Lynn. That'll even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winding and the 2-2 from Willis. Put it right down the middle, and that'll be called for strike 3. 1 down to bring up Gray Stevens. Stevens tonight is 0 for 3. So he is definitely looking for a base hit. Willis coming set with the 1-out pitch. It's on the way. Off-speed pitch. Missing for ball 1. Willis coming set and the 1-0. Another off-speed, missing outside. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes on Stevens, who has found himself ahead in the count early. On deck, number 19, Will Watts. The 2-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball. That'll make it 2-1. Willis going to step off the back of the mound. Wasn't happy with the pitch selection there. Now he's going to step back on by his catcher. Looks like he's wearing number 15. 2-1, off speed, and Stevens lines it into right center field for a nice base hit. Stevens rounding first, but now is going to head back to second and standing on first base with a single. That'll bring up Will Watts. See. Maybe that's Spencer Henson catching. It looks like he's wearing number 15. Can't really tell because of the catching equipment. It is? Okay. Will Watts is now up to bat. Watts tonight is 1 for 3. Runner at first. 1 down. Here's the pitch to Watts. Takes a strike at the knee for strike 1. Willis coming to set. Working from the stretch now, giving a look at Grace Stevens, delivering to the plate. This ball getting away from catcher Henson, and now Stevens is down to second. Stevens not going to make that go at third. He's just going to stay there.
Let's go.
1 ball, 1 strike on Will Watts. Willis coming set. Stevens with a lead. Shortstop working him. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Watts. I'm going to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Willis coming set. Giving a look at Stevens, the 1-2. Swing and a miss by Watts. And that will be strike 3. 2 down. A runner at second to bring up Jason Dukes. Dukes tonight is 1 for 2 with a sac fly, a line out to the third baseman, and a triple. Which I think in, the scorebook, you would straight up score that a triple because no one bobbled it. There were no errors. It wasn't an extra bases type thing that he just took on his own. It was really a triple. First pitch to Jason, swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 down in the top of the 7th. Willis coming second, a throw back, and Stevens is there safely, but boy, was it close. Coach James not entirely happy with that by Stevens. Called some games when Brian Fitzgerald occupied that third base coach's box, and boy, would he grill his base runners. Next pitch missing outside to make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Always interesting to call a game with head coach Brian Fitzgerald. 1-1. In for strike 2. Bulldog fans a little aghast at that call. Two down. Willis working for the stretch. Stevens with a lead. Willis comes onto the rubber. Now he comes set. Winding the 1-2, swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. All the Bulldogs need are 3 outs for the game to be over. We'll see how quickly they can get those. Logan Knight's going to still finish the game on the mound. We'll return on Y101.
Our sole purpose here at the bank is to share our financial knowledge with you so that we can help you grow. Whether it's a savings account, a new home, business and personal loans, or to help finance your children's education, we're here for you. We're an equal housing lender. People's Bank, where people come first. Member FDIC. Online at ourpeoplesbank.com.
Tired after a hard day at work? Or do you just not feel like cooking after church? Then come let the friendly folks at Shoney's in Vidalia do all the cooking for you and yours. Get their delicious 8-piece fried chicken meal with 2 large sides, 4 biscuits, and a gallon of that famous sweet tea, all for $18.99. Shoney's also offers that in a 12-piece or a 16-piece. Come let the friendly folks at Shoney's take all the work out of dinner at 2505 Highway 280 in Vidalia or call 912-537-0922.
Now back to the field for more Toombs County High School baseball on Y101.
So the story is right now the Bulldogs only need 3 outs for the game to be over. The Bulldogs lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. In a game that has, as I kept saying, which I should knock on wood because that could change, the Warriors could tie it up, and in the extra innings we would go. But it's 7:54. I want to say we started maybe 6:07, 6:08, somewhere around there. So we've almost been going 2 hours, which yesterday's game in Appleton County also went by really fast, which for non-region games is just a little interesting. I've called non-region games that lasted 3.5 hours, and it's not because we went extra innings. It was just because that's how slow the pace of the game was. First baseman Connor Durant is up to bat for the Battle Creek Warriors. Knight missing high with this one. And that'll be ball one. Durant is 1-2, or 1-4-2 on the night. Yeah, the umpire is making jokes when he walks back here. I was right. It was a foul ball that rolled right over here in front of me. 1-0. Missing high, and that'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 is lined into center field where Chandler Lynn makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. 1 down. Logan Knight's coming back on the hill. And the next guy up to bat will be Aiden Willis, who started the game catching and then went to the mound for the for the Warriors. Knight coming set, delivering the first pitch, which is to the ground tonight. He fields it, falls to first, and he is out. What a close play that was. The ball took a really long hop, and then it kind of died in the grass. So Knight had to run all the way from the mound, which for a pitcher who's, putting all of his velocity into a throw, then to have to stop and break down and make a play on a ball is time-consuming. But Knight handled it very well. Up to bat now, third baseman Tyson Driggers, who was 1 for 2 on the night, with a base hit in the bottom of the second and a ground out in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to him, missing high and outside for ball 1. Knight coming set, winding, and delivers. This ball is lined into right field, and Jason Dukes makes the catch, and that is your ball game. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Logan Knight and Bulldog defense. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up tonight's game on Y101.
Most things in life aren't free, but thanks to Georgia's dual enrollment program, qualifying high school students can take college classes and get high school and college credit absolutely free. Southeastern Technical College offers an array of dual enrollment classes and programs to help find work right out of high school or build the foundation for a college career. For more information on free college credit for high school students, visit southeasterntech.edu.
Check out these great deals going on through February 28th at Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts store in Lyons. Get the Napa Oil Special 5-quart jug, only $11.49. Napa 15W40 AC Motor Oil, $9.69 a gallon. Power Service Diesel Fuel Additive, $6.99 each. Max Premium Starting Fluid or Max Windshield De-Icer, your choice, only $2.49. They also stock BFF, only $9.99 a gallon, and they have hydraulic hoses. At Toombs Auto Parts, your local Napa store in Lyons.
ASE certified. Stevens Truck Center has what truckers need for their trucks. Truck parts, truck sales, truck servicing, for overhauls to wiring to rear end to transmission repairs. Stevens Truck Center is ASE certified to repair your trucks. Call 912-526-3117. Stevens Truck Center, Highway number 1 in Lyons.
K&K Septic Tank Service, Highway 130 East in Vidalia, will take care of all your septic tank troubles. Ronald Kite is licensed and has over 25 years of professional experience. When the job needs to be right, call the best. That's K&K Septic Tank. Get ready for his numbers, 537-2319 or 293-2319. And again, that's K&K Septic Tank Service in Vidalia.
This is TCB Broadcasting, WLYU FM, Lyons, Vidalia, Y101.
And welcome back to Tattnall County as we recap tonight's game. The Bulldogs came out victorious in 7 innings, winning that game 4-0, and now they improved their overall record to 3-2. Logan Knight pitched a complete game for Toombs County. He pitched 7 innings, only gave up 2 hits, no runs, and no walks in that game. And Knight had 6 strikeouts. Take that back. Knight gave up 1 walk. I see it now. 1 walk. Chandler Lynn went 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. Gray Stevens 1 for 4. Will Watsu went 1 for 4. Jason Dukes went 1 for 3 with a sac fly and a triple. Trayvon Harris went 0 for 2 with a walk. Bryson Stanley went 0 for 2. And Dawson Brantley, a big guy at the plate tonight, went 1 for 1. Alex Gordy went 1 for 3. Logan Knight went 0 for 2 and a hit by a pitch. Chase Musselman went 0 for 2. And Foster Jones went 0 for 1. The Bulldogs will be back in action on Tuesday in Bleckley County in Cochran, with that game beginning after the junior varsity game before it. And then on Friday of next week, a week from today, the Bulldogs will be at home versus Washington County, and it will be celebrating the 25th anniversary of the 1996 state champion. So wins here today, the Bulldogs junior varsity team winning against Tatnall 9-3, and then the varsity team taking the game 4-0. I want to thank Robin back at the station, and I want to thank all of you for listening to Bulldog Baseball. I'm Bryce Brady. You've been listening to Bulldog Baseball on Y101.
You've been listening to the Toombs County High School Bulldog Baseball right here on Y101. Today, brought to you by Shoney's in Vidalia, Rivers Heating and Air in Vidalia, Patriot Gas in Vidalia, All Care Pharmacy in Lyons, Southeastern Technical College in Vidalia, Toombs Auto Parts in Lyons, Stevens Truck Center in Lyons, K&K Septic in Vidalia, Fruitway, your Galaxy Food Store in Lyons, Community Hospice in Vidalia, Zaxby's in Vidalia, Doodlebug in Vidalia, First Franklin Financial in Vidalia, Carland and Timber in Lyons, Mclendon Enterprises in Vidalia, and People's Bank in Vidalia and Lyons. You've been listening to the Toombs County Bulldogs Baseball right here on Y101 with the school baseball on Y101.
Listening to Fox News.